I don't forget the live stream because I cannot. No.
Me too.
Oh, I think it works now. The same as the volume. But anyways. Hello everybody, once again it is FRC and the pre-season testings at Turkey at Istanbul. As today the weather is a bit better, a good warm and sunny weather is waiting for us at the Istanbul Park circuit. As our commentators today are me, Rus Pro,
And I'm here again. Like more.
Hopefully today the game is also going to be running better with some changes in the graphics, and no rain is also going to affect the graphics, so yeah, hopefully it's going to be better.
Hope so. Let me switch to a better mic quality and I can talk to you guys a little bit more better. So give me a couple seconds. Okay, voice chat is
So today we also have 60 minutes of the free practice session here as the test day number 2, and this time no rain at all. So we're going to see a lot of improvements in the lap times like yesterday, and as now we can see the weather, and as you can see it is
sunshine.
So just let's begin.
This might be a long loading screen, but so it's still hold on tight. Hey, have you made some improvements to have you added the right helmets to some drivers?
Yes.
Okay, good. Also, guys, if your helmets sometimes do work and sometimes your helmet does not work, so we're trying to find a way to get the closest where we can get you a helmet. So yeah. Fritz Haller is now with the Toro Rosso team for this pre-season testing. Minikov will be with Williams.
And also it is going to be the first session for Nicholas Johansson at Sauber after this swap of the drivers for the day number 1. It is going to be back to normal for Nicholas. And as well we should check other helmets, like for example Fernando Tost, yes, now it works, and same for Jacob Horlicker. And also, as the people were asking, here is a helmet for Adam Hidayat, not exactly the one you've been asking for, and yeah, just sorry for that, but we tried to find a similar helmet. I hope you don't mind if it's going to be the Kim Räikkönen helmet.
Taylor's ready on the track.
Yeah, looks like the stream is lagging again for some reason. Not sure what the problem is, but uh, yeah, we'll have to uh, try and fix it for the second year, for the second season, I think.
Panselos is obviously making his up.
So that's it, the drivers are on their first hot laps on these slick tires.
This is first.
Can I just ask, di Soka sa ikaw?
Anyways, Smiller is currently top of the timing sheets so far, with Nicholas, not Nicholas, rolling in second place, and Childersley goes first.
I see
Haller goes fifth. But what about Bobovic as he crosses the line and he only goes fifth? Lithium Pasali crosses the line and he goes fifth. Fraser goes provisional first place. Level Circle goes 10th. Benji Rushton 13th. Adam Hidiat going in second place. That's a really good lap time by the Indonesian. That guy's only getting 7th. Minikov only taking 12. Lukia Singh 10th. And Toss taking last place, and that's all.
And looks
Richard
like
only takes P12.
And looks like Lotus fixed the problems with the car, whatever they were, as we've seen on the day 1 of pre-season testings. And that's the first issue of the day 2, it's brake problem for Jafari Blackwood.
I think he can easily get into the pits.
And successfully he makes it into the pits. And he's not going to stop the car on the track, and he's not going to cause any yellow flags. So now Rosetta Martinez crosses the line, and let's see if he's going to improve his lap time, as he's now up into P19. A minor improvement, but still he makes it one position up, as Jake Talsley gets the first position back from Daniel Fraser, who's leading the session for just literally 2 minutes, or even less. So now Fraser looks like he might get P1 back. See, goes down the main straight, and I think it is still going to be first position with 1/100th of a second better lap time than Jake Tilsley had. Hidayat is still on P3 with his teammate Andrello on P4. Karimov goes up into 10th. Kieslin only P12, and not the best start of the season for Mercedes, as they were also struggling with the car yesterday. Fernando Toss is now on P21, as of Paracelsus on P22. And I think he just needs some more practice with this car, as yesterday he was also one of the slowest drivers of the session. Here he comes without any improvement, but actually he shows some consistency, I think, because his lap time was just 7 thousandths of a second slower than the previous one. I don't know.
What?
Okay, so we still have Blackwood in the pits, and looks like the engineers fixed the problem, and Jafari is ready to continue going around this circuit with other drivers also trying to improve their lap times, as Aboj going to P5 from P11. Pasalic is up into 9th, and Fraser is still first.
Okay, Trust's lineup doesn't improve. G, nope, doesn't improve either. Yeah, has gone to the pits for whatever reason.
And the same for Aditya Bagus. And somebody at the back, it is Vucic Charmin. Looks like also Paracelsus is going in this lap. As Rosette Martinez has shown us some green sector 1, but going much slower at the middle sector. Probably there was a mistake by the driver, but actually I'm not sure. Let's just check it. Maybe he just ran wide, but looks like nope.
No, it's the cafe. It's just the catering just being slow.
And as we see, HRT and Caterham racing each other on the track.
Rollies makes an improvement. He's not enough. Telos is in the pits. This thing goes up into 8th place.
And looks like Litmin is going for a minor improvement after the first two sectors. Going through the final chicane and down to Maze Rate. As he stays 10th fastest. And we can see almost everybody beaten in, and Dave Fraser is still the leader of the session with Jay Tilsley second and Adam Hide third.
Wacht, welche Phase jij hebt?
Sort that up. So it's Oscan.
Well, Armin has an improvement and he's now 5th. And yeah, as soon as nothing interesting just happening, the drivers are going lap by lap, testing their car in the dry conditions. I guess you can maybe ask us some questions in the chat. We will be glad to answer them. Just to have some detailed conversation, I think. As Bagus
Also, interviews are being held after the session. So, if you want to have an interview after the session, join the Discord link and join the race streams. And just the race is finished, yeah.
Yep.
Testing is finished. something that only makes an improvement.
And
Something was improving on this time, but he needs to get these lap cars out of the way.
that's interesting as the main TV graphics show us that he is faster than Fraser after the first sector, but at the same time the graphics at the top say us that he was slower than his personal best. Probably it was just not the best at Sector 1 by Daniel Fraser, but anyways, as now Max is already losing more than 6/10 of a second, as we have a battle between Litmin, Pasalic and Abobovic. The drivers that are located on P7 and P11 today.
Max wants to get this Sendia out of the way. And improve.
Wow, I'm slow.
Martinez now has an improvement, but it's still only P20.
Jim, what I have to say? We are allowed to have interviews after the fucking race you won. Okay, we've left.
And yeah, we finally got the first question here by Daniel. Which teams will be fighting for the championship this season? Well, I think it's still too early to talk about it, but I think these are going to be the same Ferrari, Red Bull, and McLaren, and probably some other team is going to join them.
That maybe Mercedes or Lotus.
Not sure about Mercedes, as they have some issues during the testings, but they're showing not the best results as well.
Yeah. So it's like Lotus. Crosses the line and 795 goes off of his time. And Bobovich goes goes first.
And now have 3 cars in 1/10 of a second.
Holocaust has improved to P16 and HRT of all things.
As now looks like also Paracelsus has an improvement on the first sector. Let's see how good is he going to be on sector 2, as he has just a couple of fast corners to complete. Toast makes it up to P16, so now he's ahead of Jacob Horliker. And looks like, yes, Paracelsus is actually faster than his personal best by 3/10 of a second. So probably after this lap he's going to make it up into P20 or P21.
Only a good improvement for him. Here's another question from the chat. It's from Benji.
So that's how do you think Williams will do? I think they're about to join the midfield team's club. As you see now, they're on P12 and P13, pretty close to the top 10. And actually very close, they're less than 1/10 of a second behind the Berta Kieslin. So we'll have to see, maybe they're going to be the Black Horses this season, as Max Mittler makes it up into 7th, with an improvement for Nicholas Johansson. As he moves down to 15th, as Horlicker is now on P14.
Here's a question for you. Over here I got a
Oh.
yellow flag, and it's Max Mittler.
And that's a suspension failure for him. As we see, Tyre just crossing the road to get to the other side.
Yeah, looks like Froy's got an issue with Max Mittler's car.
And first he was about to make it into the pits, but then the problem has occurred right at the exit of turn 1, and he had to stop the car as he has lost the power immediately.
Goes up to the Martian posing it. It's lifted by the invisible crane.
And now we can see the wheel. All that's very dangerous there.
Whoa, close, but that is a dangerous place to have a tire there.
Oh, sorry.
Right on the apex.
Okay, looks like Miha makes it up on the P20. And Simon Toscan has an improvement on Sector 1, but
Sector 2 is where most drivers lose their time.
yeah, that's true. So if you have a personal best on Sector 1, that does mean that you're going to set the personal best after the 3rd sector. So let's see how Summit is going to be. He has an improvement by 1.5 tenths of a second.
Try and get back.
And oh, it's a brake problem for Summit Toscan as he makes it into the pits. So the problem has occurred right at the straight, and probably it was very difficult to break there for the Swedish driver.
Dog in this country. Shut up! Thank you. Plus Johansson is do well in the second sector. I don't know why our drivers here today are not doing well in the second sector.
Oh, and we've got another yellow flag as Jafari Blackwood has another car issue. This time it is lost wheel, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's another one in Mercedes, another one to fix on the list.
That's a lost rear right, rear left tire, and also a brake problem as well. So we got some yellow flags on sector 3, as probably Berta Kieslin, the teammate of Jafar Blackwood, is not going to improve on this lap. But meanwhile, Pasalic makes it up into 8th. Considering the caution in the final chicane. So here comes Berta Kieslin. I'm not sure that he's going to have an improvement, but he still comes up to 10th. Looks like Daniel has an improvement on Sector 1, but we know that Sector 2 is the most difficult one, so let's take a look. No, he's slower, so
Let him deceive you, he can be quick.
as now have Vargas in the pits. See, he's completed the total of 13 laps with his new Red Bull car, and his teammate is now making it out of the pit lane. So for now, Jake Tilsley looks very promising, as he is ahead of his teammate for the second session in a row. as yesterday he was the fastest in the changing conditions, and now he's running third, which is also not a bad result considering that he's just less than a tenth of a second slower than Abolish at first, and his teammate Bagus is on 6th. But actually, let's see what his performance is going to be at Melbourne Park, as the Australian Grand Prix probably going to take place next week.
Yeah. Right. 4 minutes left of this pointless preseason testing. And then next week we're going to Australia.
And here comes the third question in the chat. Do you think there will be any red flags this session? Oh, sorry, this season? Well, that's an interesting question actually, as actually I don't remember that we had any red flags last season, but we certainly had some in 2010.
Yeah, especially yeah. Wait. I think that was a red flag in China, right?
Oh, yeah. So I think there was also only one red flag last season. As I remember.
It was a giant pile of that. So I wonder what happens.
As I remember, in 2010 we had the red flags at Malaysia after a huge lap 1 accident. Then I think we also had a red flag at Monaco, if I'm not mistaken, because we had a huge collision at Saint Devote. But I'm not sure it was red flag or just the yellow flag.
Yeah. I mean, the red Tailman Sandoval incident will always make me nightmares. just chilling.
So see Fraser going for move on Jafari Blackwood to finally have some action on the track. As having a dry track does mean that we're going to have a lot of improvements today.
Yeah. Actually, surprised that Holocaust is doing pretty well. The HRT of all things. What's your opinion on the Holocaust so far in pre-season testing?
Yeah, looks like HRTs are showing us some good lap times. Holker is on P14, Toss is on P17, but he's less than 1/10 of a second slower than his teammate. So these are some pretty close lap times in the outside the top 10.
Last season they had Emil Nielsen and Chapman Jr. last season, but unfortunately, those two have gone because of for jobs. Like now is as wasn't Formula Renault, but now he's in the HRT team. Tossed that's now with the back market team with stand. I have no idea what I'm saying because I'm an idiot.
And finally, at least some yellow flags we have. Sadly, Erika Hanebus having a transmission and a brake problem. Well, yesterday we had a lot of transmission problems, and now we have a lot of brake problems for lots of drivers. Like Hanebusa, we also had Jeffrey Blackwood with such an issue, and I think also one more driver. And after just one day after the first day of the preseason testings has finished, the stream has got 41 views, and that's a lot. Even the title decided Brazil has got only 50 views, so thank you everybody for the support.
Yeah, really appreciate us because our next goal is trying to get 25 subscribers, or even get out, more people watching our videos. So, may consider subscribing or even watching our races or qualifying. Antonio Andaroli has gone pretty okay in the middle sector, so I think Andaroli might go for a big lap here.
Looks like Miha and Parcells have improvements, as the Brazilian stays on P22 and Miha is on P20. Andrelis goes up into 4th
Another
with the
yellow
yellow flag
flag.
of Nicholas Johansson. Another brake problem.
And also transmission as well for for Johansson. Marshals has played that instant up.
And basically Santina is having another not bad lap until the middle sector, but at least he had an improvement in sector 1. As Karimov goes up into P12, ahead of Rushton and Horlker.
She's ahead of his teammate.
As Miha is also looking quite good on this lap, and he's up into 19th.
The cheekiest
Oh!
driver. Oh, they all lock up for Mixer.
And he's almost lost the car in turn 1.
Good save.
As now we have Berta Kieslin on the hot lap with 26 more minutes to go of this session.
Jesus, what? Okay.
Yes, now with a nice lap, Erika Hanebase is going to move from P18 to P14, 4 positions gained, with a lap time of 1:29.9. Paracelsus makes it into the pits after a nice stint with the personal best improvement. I think he's now on P19 ahead of Micha, Oskan and Martinez.
Yep. Point me.
And there is a chance that we're going to finish the session quite early, as the laps limit today is just 30 laps.
Yeah. Benji Ruston. Decent. Hopefully he can get near the top 10. Whatever you do not curse him. We don't want to wish anybody bad luck, but seriously, let's not curse him, but anybody, okay?
Okay then. At least I'll try to.
Good luck. Fly.
And that's another problem
Sorry,
for
Blackwood
Jeffrey
again.
Blackwood. Third problem of the day for him. And I'm not going to be surprised if it's going to be a brake problem. And actually I'm not.
Loads of looks like loads of Mercedes resources needs to fix that transition problem, especially the brake problem, because that's what's plaguing them this second day.
Happy Brakes Development Day.
Yeah, he broke.
As we see finally an improvement by Fernando Tost, the HRT driver is now on P17. And now he's even closer to his teammate who is on P15.
Emerson made an absolute mess of the second sector. Seconds off. Right.
Now Bosch has an improvement on his personal best, but looks like Sami Toscan is about to ruin his lap. And I'm not sure that Abosh is going to be happy with that.
Ellie. Barely happy.
And yeah, that's 1 second loss on the final sector. But we have another improvement on the middle sector by Max Miller. Probably the track conditions are improving as the drivers have more grip with this fantastic weather today, and Max is going to move up into 6th. He's now ahead of Didier Bagus. And another yellow flag for Jafari Blackwood.
Sorry. This is just becoming a joke at this point.
And I think it's the brake problem again. Well, actually, I'm not sure. But yeah, let's. And I think there also was a problem with the rear right tire. Probably that was a puncture. Never ask a woman her age, a man his salary, and Blackwood about his brakes. And Andreoli makes it up into second with an impressive lap. So have Lotus on P2.
Yes.
And looks like Nicholas Johansson has an improvement of a quarter of a second on the first sector.
This might be an absolute. This might be a listening lap for the for the Swede.
As now he completes the second sector and already loses half the second on this lap.
Yeah, improves. Oh,
And another
Yo,
yellow flag.
Alexander Ollie.
And
what problem is it?
brakes. And
Brakes.
transmission.
Of course, it's the bloody brakes. Meet it. more laps, and then August goes.
And we finally have a new session leader. So now we have 2 world champions on top.
All right, everybody's finished.
Yeah, looks so, as Horlker is finishing the session the same as Sam Toscan and Adam Hidayat, as they have 1 more lap to complete. And that's it for the session of Sam Toscan. As he crosses the line, and of course he does not improve. The next one is Jacob Horlker, I assume, as no, it's Adam Hidayat.
And Hidayat is on his last lap.
And that's also no improvement for him. So we have Rushton on lap number 28 of 30. As it is also going to be a penultimate lap for him in this session. But no, it's actually going to be the final lap as he decides to enter the pits, the same as Miha. And I think that's it. So this Paracelsus is also on the final lap, as we have 7 minutes left.
Never ask a woman out for him to play the Ferrari passion about his brakes. Yeah, Caselos. Improve. The last lap, boom, done.
Which Sherman also has 5 more laps, so he has a lot of time to practice. Yeslin crosses the line, stays on P11, the same for Hided, but only with P6, as he is going to enter the pit lane this lap. Miha is already in the pits, as his pre-season testings are over. But then we have Jake Tilsley, who has 2 more laps left. And that's still P5 for the new Red Bull driver. Santiandrel stays on P3 and Niklas Johansson is now outside the pit lane. And looks like Paracelsus is not going to enter the pit lane for now. He's going for another lap. So now we have Ocic Armin. 5 more laps left for him, and we have Daniel Fraser, whose practice session is over, and he's beaten this lap as well, with 5 more minutes left in this session. And we have more and more drivers finishing the session already. Now we have Niklas Johansson on one of his last line laps. So I think in these last 3 minutes we can review these 2 hours of practicing at Istanbul Park in different conditions. First on wets and now on slicks. So we got to know a bit more about the car's performance this season, as now we can understand that Mercedes has a lot of problems with their car reliability. The same as Caterham is not having that much speed like it was last season. And Red Bull, McLaren and Ferrari are still able to fight for some high positions. The same as Williams was looking really well this week, as now they are on P15 and I'm trying to find the second driver. And on P13. So basically Karimov was faster than Rushton today, as we have only 2 minutes left. All the drivers completing their laps, their final laps, as looks like Martinez has an improvement, and probably he's not going to be the slowest this session as he crosses the line, and he is going to be still in P22 with 17 thousandths of a second slower than the personal best. Jake
Still in P10.
Gilsley makes it in the pits. Eric Hanemos is still P17, Holler is still P19, and Nicholas Johansson is still P14. And Blackwood goes 12th fastest, as his car gets fixed for the 4th time today. And that's it for the preseason testings, as they're now fully complete. And now we can take a look at our results. As Aditya Bagus, the 2011 world champion, is on top.
Popovich in second place with Antonio Androli in third place, with Daniel Fraser in fourth, Lee in fifth, Yat in sixth, Smollett in seventh, Pasalik in eighth, Oscar in ninth, and Armin in P10.
And now I think it's time for an interview with our Williams driver, Benji Rushton.
Benji, can you hear us?
Hello?
Uh.
Hello.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good.
Okay, so yesterday went pretty well for you on the rain. Well, today it didn't go too well, but you got beaten by your teammate on full praise by which is Karninikov. So do you think you might have Karninikov will be affecting you in your future races or not?
Based on today, he could be, but I don't think not all the time. So like, he definitely can be, but like, you know what I mean? He definitely can be a threat, but he won't be a threat to some in some races. So like my home race at Monza, and not Monza, at Silverstone. I'm not Italian.
Please. Okay.
I'm not Italian.
So you learn how to read people. Anyways, Project, do you have a question for him?
Yeah. So in in these 2 days, a lot of drivers were struggling with the cars, with their reliability, with a lot of transmission problems, with a lot of brakes problems, especially today. So, what can you say about your new 2012 car? Can you tell us if Williams is good or bad in terms of reliability?
It's good as we haven't had any problems in the whole preseason testing. Give me a sec, guys. I need to do something. Just give me 2 seconds. Be back in a sec.
Okay, guys, I want you to please stand by or something.
Hello. Sorry.
As we were saying, off you go. Off you go.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry, I'm forgetful.
So, can you say anything about the reliability of Williams after these preseason testings?
Yes. After the preseason testings, especially with no reliability issues, nothing that really threats to us in car conditions. Can I just say, Jafari Blackwood actually sucks.
You sure?
God, his car. Anyway, look on to serious note. No reliability issues. I don't think we're gonna have big reliability issues if we do have any at all. But if we do, then it's oh well, I guess. We're just gonna trying to score some points.
Any questions? Because I have run out of questions very quickly. More questions?
Anything else?
Looks like no. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you. Thank
Yep,
you, Benji.
No problem.
On that good note, I think it's time to end the second day. Thank you for watching this preseason testing at Turkey. We'll be back for round 7 at that track for the European Grand Prix. And also, if you want to join us, League, the Discord will be in the link in the description. And thanks to Protsiuk for setting this up for today. And we'll see you next week for Melbourne in Australia. I've been Blake Moore.
And Rus Pro.
See you later for Melbourne next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye.